Hi, my name is John Marasigan, and I'm the instructor for the Deep Tissue 3 course here at Somatherapy. This particular course is the third in a series of advanced deep tissue courses. This particular course is going to combine the techniques that we learned in the previous two courses, which is Deep Tissue 2 and Stretching, Flexibility, and PNF. And what we're going to do is these advanced deep tissue courses, we're going to combine on our tibialis anterior here what we learned in the first class, which was a stripping technique, and what we learned in the second class, which is how to stretch. And we can do this particular technique in two different ways. We can do it passively or we can do it actively. Passively is where I'm going to be doing all of the movement for our particular client, and actively the client will then do all of the movement themselves. So in order to do that, we need to isolate the muscle, tibialis anterior, go from origin to insertion, or insertion in this particular case, insertion to origin. And then we need to know the actions of the muscle, which are going to be flexion and, which is technically extension. We covered this in the last one. That technically we tell our clients to flex their ankle, even though technically tibialis anterior is an extender of the ankle. And then we're going to invert. All right, so knowing those two particular details about our muscle, we're going to then go ahead and apply a pressure or a strip. So I'm going to muscle strip. And as I strip this muscle, coming here from there, going up to the origin, I'm now going to stretch the muscle by plantar flexing and everting. And let's do that one more time. I'm going to come down. I'm going to start up here in a shortened position, and we're going to stretch the muscle by plantar flexing and everting. And that's called a pin and stretch. It has lots of different names. Structural integration. Now, if we use an active technique, I'm going to have our client go ahead and do that action, plantar flex and evert. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and come down here and start this again, and the client is going to do that motion. Go ahead, yeah. And go ahead and relax. Yeah, and let's do that one more time. I'm going to bring back into neutral and go ahead. Now plantar flex and evert as I strip. And that is our strip and stretch. We can actually do the same thing just by coming in if we find a particular knot or a trigger point or a particular area, contractile nodule. We can go ahead and apply a pressure, and we can do the same thing. We can actively have them engage the muscle. Go ahead. There we go. Without movement and relax. Or I can come in and hold, and I can do it with a passive.